Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the toxic words that parents say to children. If you are a parent or want to become a parent in the future, then definitely watch this video. I told you in the first video of this channel that the effect of childhood on happiness or unhappiness in adulthood has been proven. Based on this, we can say that childhood is the most important period of life. Let's go over these toxic words that you should never say to a child. 1. Insulting words to children. This happens when parents use insulting words towards their children or call them names. An example of this would be when a parent says something like, "You're so stupid that you'll never amount to anything in life," or, "You're so ugly, fat, short, thin, your hair is ugly, your face is ugly." Children usually internalize their parents' words, so when you tell your child that they are ugly, the child accepts this as the reality of their life. Unfortunately, in adulthood, they may continue to see themselves as an ugly person. These kinds of statements can destroy a child's self-esteem. 2. Provocative questions about actions. This is when parents ask their children questions to provoke them or make them feel guilty about their actions. For example, a parent might ask a child, "How could you be so selfish?" after the child did something that the parent doesn't accept. Or, "Why do you walk like that? Why do you chew food like this? Why are you talking like this?" These words, when spoken in a derogatory tone, can have a very destructive effect. 3. Selfish demands. This is when parents put their own wants and needs above the needs of their children and make the child feel unimportant. An example of this is when parents constantly cancel plans with their children to pursue their own interests. Some parents say very destructive things that can harm a child's mental health. For example, when a child doesn't eat, they may say, "I wish you would never have been born. I wish I had an abortion," or, "I regret having you, I wish you were another child." 4. Emotionalization in the child. This can happen when parents constantly talk about the sacrifices they have made for their child and make the child feel like they are a problem or a burden. For example, a parent might say something like, "I had to give up my job because of you, and this is how you repay me. Having you makes me tired. I wish you were not born." These words can make children believe that they are a burden, destroy their self-confidence, and cause all kinds of mental and physical illnesses. In adulthood, they may continue to think that they are a burden and not a valuable person, which can make it difficult for them to defend their rights and create boundaries for themselves. They may even feel that suicide is the only way out. 5. Unhealthy comparisons. An example of this would be a parent saying something like, "Why can't you be more like your brother, sister?" Or, "Other children are much better than you." When parents compare their children to others, it can make them feel inadequate and like they aren't enough. This can cause children to feel like no matter how hard they try or how good they are at something, others are better than them. Comparisons can also make the child hate both the person they are being compared to and their parents. 6. Verbal abuse. It is when parents use hurtful or insulting language towards their children. An example of this would be when a parent says something like, "I wish you had never been born. You're a fool, you're a loser, useless, incompetent." These kinds of statements can destroy a child's self-esteem and self-confidence. 7. Threatened abandonment. This happens when parents threaten to leave or abandon their child, making them feel afraid and insecure. An example of this would be when a parent says something like, "I'll just leave and never come back if you act like this." By saying these words, the feeling of fear and insecurity will always be with the child, even in adulthood. This can lead to a fear of abandonment that can make a person's life a living hell. 8. Empty promises. This is when parents make promises to their children but don't follow through, leaving the child feeling frustrated and disappointed. An example of this could be when parents promise to take their child on a special trip but repeatedly cancel or postpone it. In this case, the child feels betrayed and may feel that they don't deserve good things in life. Dear parents, I advise you to never say these words to your child. As parents, you have a great responsibility to make childhood pleasant for your child. Always be supportive, and let your child know that you love them. This is not your favor, but rather your duty and responsibility.